I won't trust myself, and you should not trust me either, because I don't have any problem lying to you. I don't have any problem dropping responsibility, which is also.
And my kids are literally starving. I hesitate to say this because it's going to sound like I'm like a mean barbarian.
As I covered in a previous video on my channel, we know that certain personality traits are on the rise, especially in Western societies. The rise of these traits is highly correlated with social media use, such as Instagram and Facebook. It's not really hard to understand why. The focus is all on you. I mean, turn your camera around, point it at yourself, and voila, everybody becomes a celebrity. The focus on the individual has a long history in Western civilization. In 1517, a German theologian, Martin Luther, challenged the authority of the Pope and sparked the Protestant Reformation. His ideas spread quickly thanks to the printing press, challenging the power of the church and asserting the authority of the individual conscience, increasingly possible for people to read the Bible in the language that they spoke. The Reformation laid the foundation for the value that modern culture places on the individual. This again emerged in ancient Greece and Rome, and again in the Renaissance, as it became the primary value of Western culture. No parent in their right mind would post videos online of themselves and their children, and then behind closed doors be abusing them, tying them up with duct tape apparently, and God knows what other kinds of abuse. People, their channel had been around since 2015 and had over 2 million subscribers. CPS, or Child Protective Services, had been called a number of times already at this point, all the way back to 2020. The children had also cried out to the police and authorities, and signs of abuse had been noted already. The children have been found multiple times to be malnourished and have other signs of abuse, such as bruises or scars or wounds. I mean, come on, what was going on here in Utah is my big question. The fact of the matter is that people with personality disorders such as narcissism or antisocial personality are generally not going to seek treatment. It's pretty easy to see, admitting that you have a problem is the first step to treatment and to getting help. That's exactly what makes these personality disorders extremely hard to treat. What's more amazing to me is that there are often so many other people involved. The children, of course, are innocent. At least that's what I believe. But this woman had friends. She's seen and was arrested with apparently like a business partner of hers who was also like a therapist. Boy, that's eerie. What about her husband? What about they had siblings? The siblings all knew and posted in social media that they are relieved finally. What took you guys? Others that are close to people with personality disorders often fall victim to their manipulations. Of course, the children don't exactly have much recourse due to their age, their access to resources, and limited insights. But dear God, where were all the siblings? And I mean, where's the husband? Like, to think that this is all okay. It's just insane. In episode 185, titled Narcissism with Jonathan Shedler, PhD, he remarks that the world is run by functioning narcissists. Yeah, that's pretty clear. He also discusses the different forms of personality disorders and differences in which he also discusses different forms of personality disorders and the differences between them. These can often be blended, likely as in the case of Jodi and Ruby and their husbands. These two were apparently members of a church organization, which of course is a cover to make them seem normal and to manipulate the public and viewers into thinking that they were good people. This is a common coping and defense mechanism. It's really chilling and eerie to listen to Ruby Franke talk in her now deleted videos and YouTube channel. She clearly doesn't think there's a problem with her behavior at all. There's multiple instances in which she is smiling while describing the abuse of her children. One of her kids was reported to be sleeping on a beanbag for 7 months. While she describes this, she's laughing and smiling. Again, would any sane parent do that sort of thing to their child? Again, her sisters and other family members all turned on her after the arrest, stating, finally, and this needed to happen. But again, the authorities were being warned for years about the abuse. One could liken this case to that of R. Kelly or Harvey Weinstein. People around them knew what was going on for a very long time. Other adults, mind you. Full-grown adults. And the issue wasn't pushed harder. Help wasn't sought sooner. It will be interesting to see what happens to the family member and other adults that have anything to do with these people. It seems as if the straw that broke the camel's back was a child escaping, going to a neighbor's house and asking for help. But the child was even hesitant to tell them what was going on. Again, signs of an abusive household. I mean, what was Ruby telling her children behind closed doors? That if anyone ever escaped or got out or said anything, that they would be punished. In my mind, it's just incredible that this was going on for so long. I mean, what was going on in Utah? What were the police doing?